Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Talk Time with Harrison Young. I cannot believe this is my next to last show in January, and I have a lovely guest today. She's a beautiful young actress. She's in the Atlanta area. She's from New York originally. We're going to talk all about that. We're going to watch a little trailer of her work, and she wanted to send some of her cute baby pictures up too, so we'll get to look at some of those, and that's going to be great. But of course, before we get to her, got to read these amazing underwriters, and then we will commence per usual. So we have Angel's Auto Towing down the road in Clinton on Route 106. We have Rose Jewelers. They're a new one in Kingston. They have great bargains for Valentine's Day and weddings, anniversaries. So got to get in there at the Kingston Mall in Kingston. We have another new one. They're a new one. Rose Jewelers is a new one. Dog Depot, self-service and supplies, right next to Rose Jewelers, also at the Kingston Mall in Kingston. We have New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We have Spirits and Stars, Crystals and Cards, the Psychic, Sarah Ainsley and Carver right down the road. We have the Riverside Cafe in Wareham, open 6 days a week, all except Wednesdays, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. They have the best breakfast from Boston to the Cape, and they have DoorDash delivery. We have good old Dave's Automotive right up the road on Route 58 in Hanson. We have the Stonebridge Bar and Grill in Onset, featuring waterfront dining, indoor seating, and 3 bars. And we have good old Tom Auto in Middleborough. We have Juan Giovanni in Marshfield. We have Countertops Express in Attleboro, experts in the installation and removal of quartz and granite. We have Kingston Auto Body in Kingston. We have Evan Young Realty, that's my brother, the realtor. And we have DNS Auto Works and Collision Specialists in Abington, also up the road on Route 58. And I want to thank you guys very much. And now Amira Kouidri, is that how you say it?
It's Kouidri. It's okay.
Okay, looks. I have to find out. It's an interesting name. Just curious. Do you know what nationality it is?
Yeah, well, my dad is actually from Algeria originally, and he named me. So, yeah, that's how I got my name. It's unique, and I like it.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're amazing. Okay. Okay. See if you have you ever been to Algeria?
No.
Okay. Maybe someday you will. But you've obviously done a lot of traveling so far. You've obviously you grew up in New York, not the city, right? Where did you grow up in New York?
No, upstate. Originally,
yeah.
like it's called Averill Park. It's a tiny town, and then I went to high school in a different town, Clifton Park. It's a little bit bigger, but it's a suburb of like outside of Albany. That's the best way I can put it.
Okay, I've been in that area before, not for a while, but okay. All right, and all right. Well, we're going to talk about your childhood. We're going to talk about how you got into acting. You've obviously got some pretty cool stuff going on right now. And like I was telling everybody, we're also going to look at a little trailer of your work and some of your cute baby pictures, or your child. I don't know about baby pictures. But
not baby. No, not baby. I don't think
young pictures. You're still pretty young, and quite frankly, you actually look a lot younger than you are, which is great.
I get that a lot. Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing at all. Yeah, if you listen, you probably live to be 300. Nothing wrong with that, I guess.
I don't know about that.
Whatever. But anyway, okay. Well, tell me about what life was like growing up, and why did you end up migrating? What did you do as a child, which ended up sort of getting you where you're at now? Well, I'll throw in questions as I see fit. So let's go with that for now.
Okay, so like how I kind of started my childhood.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I was actually born in Atlanta originally.
Okay.
I don't remember much of my childhood in Atlanta because I was only here till I was like 5.
Okay.
But the acting scene was still really big when I was like that age. It was like probably 2010. Still big in Atlanta at the time. It was growing a lot during that time. But ended up moving to upstate New York. Still had kind of that interest in acting since being in Atlanta and seeing like the things that were going on just near where I lived.
Okay.
And we weren't far from the city. We were about 3 hours from New York City, which still has an acting scene too. So I was interested, and around 10, I was like, hey mom, like I want to act, like, can we try this? So actually, like at a young age, I got an agent and I booked my first little short.
Hold up a second. Hold up. All right. You got an agent at 10. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I was really young. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Let's cover that. How did you get an agent at 10? What did you submit something? Did you have a talent show?
Yeah, no, I had to do the headshots, of course, and do the whole thing. But I took acting classes like with a few people in New York City over like kind of Zoom like this or whatever the platform was back then because we lived far, and they kind of helped me figure out like, okay, this is how you go and do this.
Okay.
So once I learned from them, basically, there were a few people, and just submitted. Once I got my headshots, it's easier when you're younger because
Oh,
they
yeah.
are,
It is easy,
yeah, a
really?
lot easier.
Well, okay, well, your parents must have helped you do that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
totally. It wasn't no, I wasn't just doing that on my own at
Well,
time.
yeah, well, you say it's easy when you're younger, but there aren't too many people that start getting an acting agent at 10. That's pretty impressive.
Thank you. That is true. But the thing with me is, and I take it as a blessing. I was able to work on like a short film with this lady, Shira. That was the first thing I ever booked. And I wonder what she's up to today. I need to check in with her, but she still lives in New York City, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And she was just an awesome person to work with, but I was actually lead in that film, very young. And it was like a really cute emotional story, but she actually used to be like director of development or something for like Scorsese. I guess he used to have like a media production company. He might still, but she was like,
I was actually in Shutter Island. I worked right with him.
you did tell me that, which I was like,
Yes,
that's
that's
so
what I
cool.
thought. Okay, you're right, but we're here to talk about you, so keep
No,
talking.
you're interesting too. I don't like just talking about myself sometimes. I'm like,
That's all right. Well, that's why it's back and forth. We like that. That's
yeah,
cool. Okay.
yeah, of course. It's
Right, so
just
what happened after that? What did you do? What did you do after you got in that little film?
Yeah, so I still acted a little bit. I did like a little Burt's Bees thing as well, and that was actually shot up in Maine. And I did get to meet the Burt Bee before he died, which was cool. He's an interesting guy.
Wait a minute. Who'd you say you met?
The Burt's Bees, the guy Burt, the guy who made Burt's Bees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Burpee Seeds. Is that what you said? Burpee Seeds?
No, Burt's Bees. Like the chapstick and like.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Got
Yeah,
it.
he did like this little live kind of. It wasn't a commercial. It was more like a live web production thing. And I think I was like 11 at that. I was really young, maybe
Okay.
12. I think it was 11. And that was up in Maine, like middle of nowhere, Maine, where he lived. But that was the last thing I worked on as a child. And after that, I kind of want to step back. I was like, I don't really enjoy this at this age. I still loved acting, but for me, I wanted to have a childhood, I realized.
I
And I'm
understand.
grateful. Yeah, and I'm really grateful I had those experiences at a young age and I was able to do that because I think it helped me so much more now as an adult. I know a lot more of like what to do, how to navigate. And yeah, I just had a normal childhood after that. I, went to high school, hung out with friends. But yeah.
You were a child star then, basically.
Not like DiCaprio or anything, but a little, I guess. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah,
I remember I used to like when I was in like middle school, I'd have to like take a day off or something in school to go like to the Burt's Bees thing and stuff, which was cool. To tell my teachers that. But yeah, that's a little bit about my kind of childhood. And then going back to where I am now, I went to community college in upstate New York.
Which college?
Hudson Valley. It's
I've heard of it.
you know where that is?
I've heard. I'm not. I know. I know. I've heard of it. I don't know where it is. But what did you major in?
Just a basic like liberal arts degree. I didn't really know what I wanted to do at the time. Just a 2-year kind of, liberal arts. But glad I got the degree. I was able to get actually an IT recruiting job when I moved to Atlanta with that degree, which is I know nothing about IT, so that was pretty cool. But
Okay.
I'm going on a tangent. So
All right.
getting to where I am, getting to where I am now. I still wanted to do acting. Like I still had that bug in me. It never went away. I think it actually grew more the older I got. So I was like, you know what? I'm an adult now. I was still in college when I started. I just ended up doing online college and getting my degree through Hudson Valley. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a leap of faith. I'm going to move to Atlanta and I'm going to do this. I'm going to actually do this. And it's worked out really well. And I'm so glad I like listened to myself and I did that.
Okay.
The market in Atlanta is like really good. I think, in my opinion, New York City is a lot more theater, modeling, print. And that's really cool. It's just not my avenue. I want to do more film, TV.
Just acting, right?
Yeah.
I think you're very cute. Have you ever done modeling? Just curious.
I did. Well, yeah, I did do one little, I forgot to mention that. I did one little print job when I was like a child
Okay.
for like this little clothing line at JCPenney. But
Okay.
that's all I've done actually with modeling. But thank you.
Well, okay. Well, on that note, well, guess what? We're about halfway through the show, and now we're going to watch a little trailer Amira compiled, and then we're going to talk about it after we watch it. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back and discuss it.
We have to get
Oh. Oh. Looks like you found a tall glass of chocolate milk to devour tonight.
I did. This is Devon. Devon, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
Nice to meet you. Okay. Girl, you gotta tell me how you keep finding such good-looking guys.
I will not share my secrets.
Okay. Fine. Well, let me take your order then.
I'll have my usual appetizer and just water. Okay.
And I heard about the burgers here, so I want one of those and some fries. Choice.
Oh, your drink.
3 tequila shots.
3.
3.
Okay. Alright.
Alright, I'll have that right out for y'all.
So it's right above your belly. Is it okay if I touch you? Right there. And breathe in. And your hand should be...
I thought it was just going to be the two of us.
Brian thought we could take a boat ride.
Great idea, right?
I get seasick.
Oh, Amira, that was great. Tell us what we just watched.
So we just watched a little snippet of me, what that movie I was in, Upside Down with Shira when I was a child, and then
Okay.
the other stuff is stuff I've done this past year in Atlanta when I started. So just a little. And that's not everything. I didn't want to make it a mumbo jumbo, but
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you didn't want to overlap the interview too much, but that's great. I mean, so you're obviously right now you're currently involved in a lot of stuff, correct? For acting?
yes.
Okay, you want to talk about some of the projects you're currently involved in? We'll try to cover as much as we can in the remaining time.
Yeah, sure.
All right, go ahead.
So, yeah, the most recent project I worked on, it's this film. It's called Living in the Cemetery, and it was with this guy, Kenny, director. He's
Okay.
super nice. And I played this kind of mean girl, Jessica, in
Sweet.
it. What?
Sweet, nice. I like.
Oh, sweet. I'm sorry. I couldn't
I like
hear
the
you.
mean girl side. That's an awesome thing to be able to do. If you're not
Yes.
really mean, but
Well,
to be able
not
to
in
play
real
it.
life.
Right, I know you're not mean. I can tell. That's great.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah, but that should be coming out in like March, I want to say. That's his goal. And then another film I did following directions, I was actually a teacher in that, so a lot different.
Okay.
Still kind of a mean role, actually, sadly. But that was an awesome film. I worked on that last summer and spoke with the producer recently, and she wants to have that done and ready, like, I think this month or next month. We were supposed to have the screening, actually, but the snow in Atlanta canceled it. So,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
that-
You had a weird blizzard down there.
yeah, I was like, it was actually a lot of snow. I was like,
I
it
know
was-
I saw it on the news.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's
you-
like, I mean, I don't know what you get in Boston, but I was comparing the temperatures from where I used to live to down here, and it was like almost the same. And I was like, wow.
I
Anyway,
know you expected it to be warmer, but it wasn't.
no. I thought like we're staying above Florida. I was thinking, oh, this is going to be nice and warm going to the south. I guess that's
It's actually
right
pretty
on.
nice up here today. We were supposed to have some snow. And like I told you before, like I was afraid the show might get canceled, but we had none. It was beautiful.
That's awesome.
It's probably warmer up here than it is down there. I wish you were up there. We could celebrate.
I love Boston. Yeah,
I know.
I do love
Well, you come on up anytime. All right. Well, anyway, so have you ever done anything else in entertainment? You ever done any music? You ever done any? Have you ever written anything?
Um, no, I've never like acting's been my main thing. I will say, I guess in regards to music, I did learn how to play guitar in 2023. And
Okay,
I'm not like I wouldn't say I'm amazing at it, but I can play like, most songs, I think, like a few like classic rock things and stuff, and I self-taught myself how to play guitar.
sweet.
So I did that more for like a resume thing. It always is good to know. And I can rap really well. I can't
Great.
sing.
Want to do some acapella rapping on the show? If not, that's fine. But I just figured I'd throw it your way if you wanted to. It's up to you.
I want to, but I don't.
You don't want to? Okay, it's
No,
okay.
I do. I just want to think of something that's not vulgar because I listen to a lot of Drake. Anyone that knows me knows I love Drake, and I don't want to.
I know you don't want to swear too much.
Let me.
All right. Well, listen, let me clarify what I meant by writing. Have you ever tried to write like a movie script for yourself and for other people?
No.
Would you
something
ever consider it?
I consider in the future, like what I want to do down the line with my career is like acting's my main thing.
Right.
And I love it, but I've seen a lot of people who make it in acting end up going to the production side and producing their own films. So, I guess 5-10 years down the line, I'd like to, be an A-lister, make it, in my own terms and make it. And I would love to have my own production company or something after that and really be able to like put out my own things and, my own stories. But, for me, I'm not trained in college on any of that at all. I know a lot of people that are. I've just kind of learned everything through like.
Well, when you went to college, you didn't learn anything about like video production. You just everything was liberal arts. Is that it?
Yeah, just liberal arts, very basic. No, I learned nothing. But I mean, the people I have worked with on like sets for like stuff I've actually learned a lot from, like not even meaning to, like just it intentionally kind of just happened. So that's kind of been my way of learning the ropes with the other side of stuff. But I mean, I think down the line in the future, it's something I could totally see myself doing. Knock on wood.
You're obviously a very enterprising person, being able to do all the stuff at such a young age. 10 years old, already getting an acting gig. And now, have you ever you say you have an agent? Do you have you ever worked with an acting troupe or anything, or groups of people, or any? You want? I want to ask you this: you want to email of any casting companies down there? Either also, I should say, not either. Also, you know what I mean? Like right here, we get a few casting companies. We got Boston Casting, we got CP Casting. They're kind of new. They've been around since 2017. And I'm actually on the mailing list for them. Now, what I'm asking you is, do you have any? I mean, Atlanta's a pretty rich area now for acting. But are you on a list of anybody? Are you on anybody's callback list for any casting companies? Is what I'm getting at.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So the way it works, I guess, like with films, it's different. So you have your agent. You can still submit yourself to roles, which I do all the time, every day, regardless of having an agent. So she'll submit me for stuff, and I'll submit myself for stuff because, like, I think it's a law of numbers. But I am like, there's this lady. I don't want to say her full name because I don't know if she's comfortable with me shouting her out, but her name's Cheryl, and she does a lot of like the vertical short dramas and stuff down here, and I'm always getting auditions from her every time. And like, there's a few people I will say. There's actually a company, ironically in Chicago. I've auditioned for them and had a lot of callbacks. So nothing yet from them, but yeah, there are a few different people, just very random.
I understand.
But yeah, definitely. And that's, even if you don't get callbacks, the nice thing about acting is like if a casting director likes you, they'll still keep requesting you. It's kind of just finding the right role.
Right, exactly. Even if you don't get a callback for one role, you might get another one.
Yeah, exactly. And it's all, yeah.
Okay, no, well, that's great. I mean, now do you do any auditions online? Do you send your auditions off to, like you said, you get someone in Chicago, do you send your auditions to there online, or have you done that, or you know what I mean? And a lot of people do that now, online auditions.
Yeah, they do it. I mean, I'm glad they do it though, because I mean, Atlanta traffic, man. If we have to do in-person auditions, that would be rough. But yeah, what they'll do is like you submit either, there's a few different casting sites like Actors Access, there's Casting Network, like there's a few.
Yeah.
There's the breakdown, you submit to it. If they're interested in you, they'll send you the sides. They'll be like, okay, this is the deadline, get your audition in by this date. And then obviously if they like you, they'll message you again and have you do a call back and then give you the role if they like you. So that's, yeah.
Well, if I were you, I'd look into possibly you want to start your own production company. Then you might want to meet up with, meeting up with people that are doing the same thing you're doing and seeing about, helping having them, that's what you might want to do is just brainstorm a meeting with some people about doing that. I'm sure, because I bet you'd be amazing doing that, starting your own production company.
Thank you.
If you do your own, but like you said, you got to be behind the scenes. You got to learn a little bit about doing production. I mean, you know how to video, you know how to edit video at all, or have you ever done it?
I've edited my own videos before on like.
Like you said,
well,
you compiled some stuff for today's show.
Yes, I mean I know how to use like CapCut and iMovie, but I don't know how to use like, for instance, like DaVinci or stuff. Like I know a few people that are like pros at DaVinci, and I'm like,
Yeah,
it's great.
But
yeah,
if you could produce a nice video,
Mhm.
then you might be able to, then you could market it and try to say, hey, look, I'm the new, I'm the new, what do you call it? Well, I don't want to say Roman Polanski, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then
You're good.
you create something good. You get some actors. You audition people and see what you can do. And see, I bet they'd be. I'm just saying you could add it to what you're doing now, which would be great. I always tell people the more multifaceted they are, the more opportunities are going to open. The more opportunities are going to open for doors are going to open, opportunities, whatever. But that's what I'm saying. If this is what you want to do, that's the way to go about it. You've already got your foot wide in the door because you're already in acting and you've got callbacks and stuff. So now what you got to do is create something of your own, right? Write a script out, maybe brainstorm a little bit, think of something really crazy, creepy, right? I don't know, write a crazy, creepy script or funny, whatever, and see if you can work with it. Try to get some people involved. Stop, doing you audition people first, create something, and then you can audition other people, and that's the way to start your own production company.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen overnight. I'm trying to give you ideas.
No, it doesn't. It takes time. It'll take probably years realistically, but yeah. Okay.
That's just a thought. You might want to just consider.
No, I appreciate it. Totally. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, I was thinking in my head. You're good. I'm thinking out.
By the way, that room, that looks like a bathroom behind you. Was that a bathroom?
No, it's my bedroom. I just kind of blurred.
Oh, yeah, because that looks like a shower curtain to you on that side, and that looks like a roll of toilet paper on the other side.
No.
But you know why? Because it's a little blurred. That's why I can't tell. I make these weird observations sometimes. I hope that's not stupid enough to freak you out. But
no, you're good. That's. I'm kind of mortified now that you said that. But no, this is actually like I've had this for years actually. But this is like this white thing you're seeing. It's a whiteboard expo marker. And
yeah. What's the white thing under it? What's that? What's
that?
Oh,
that's a light switch. That's light switches.
Oh, lights.
Yeah.
From here it looks because you're out of focus a little bit, but that's all right. You're in focus. But that's
okay. Well, I didn't know. Now I'm like,
I think it's kind of funny, actually. Well, listen. Guess what, Amira? We're down to the final 5 minutes of the show. I hope you're talking to me.
Wow. Yeah.
I know. It went by fast. It always does.
Jeez. Well, man, I have a love-hate with talking about myself. Why don't you talk about yourself? I want to tell everyone that Harrison is actually a genius because first time I spoke with him on the phone, right?
Yeah.
I told this man, I'm not going to say my age and my birthday, but I told him, my age and the day I was
born. 2003. It was a Thursday.
Yeah, he knew it was a Thursday. I didn't even know I was born on a Thursday. He just automatically knew that. He didn't even have to look it up. And I was like...
As long as I impressed you, that's all that matters.
Yeah, but that's talent, man. It's
not talent. It's autism. Yeah, but I'm proud of it. That's why.
No, I really think you're gifted. Honestly, I do.
Sweet. So. Okay. Well, listen. So what I want you to do in the remaining time is give a few shouts out to people that are going to see the show, and then condense them, and then we'll wrap it up with my snap. Just family. I already talked. I heard your mother talk. She sounded pretty nice. You can give an intro to give a shout out to your parents and other people that you might have worked with, your agent, whatever, and then we'll wrap the show up.
Do you want me to shout them out in the intervio? I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you meant like.
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
Do it right now. Go for it.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Okay. I'll shout out first my agent Barbara Garvey. She's the one that signed me and has been. I got a few great auditions from her. I've gotten a Marvel one from her. She's awesome. She works really hard, and I appreciate her a lot. Shout out my parents, of course, my mom Paula and my stepdad Frank.
Your mom's name Paula. My mother's name's Paula too.
Really?
Yeah, but she's 88.
Wow. It's a small world.
I know. Okay. That's it.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess our Paulas. We'll shout them both out.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll shout out my cat Amir. I have a cat named Amir.
Hold up. You got one cat or two? I thought I saw two pictures.
No, I have one. But
you have two pictures of the same cat. It looks like you had two cats on your Facebook page. Really? I thought I saw.
No, just one. But I what I will show actually while we're doing the shout out. A lot of people a lot of people think I like named him Amir just because my name's Amira.
Okay.
He's actually a foreign. I told you this already, but I'll tell the viewers. He's a foreign rescue cat from Qatar, and so he had to get stamped and get his passport and everything. So he's like on his visa. I say right now, and he has I have his pet passport to prove it, and his name is I don't know if you can see it, but his name. Oh, it's all blurred out.
So you got your cat? You got a passport for your cat? Is that it?
Yeah, he has his own passport because they had this. I guess this rescue.
You need a passport for your pet when you take it abroad. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, I've never taken him abroad, but the place I rescued him from a year ago, they like go overseas and rescue animals. So I guess to bring them in this country, what they have to do is get them stamped, show that they're vaccinated and everything. So
Wow.
I think it's so cool. But anyway,
Yeah, I
everyone's
agree.
like,
It's unique.
everyone tells me that I named him Amir because of me.
That's
It says it in.
That's a price. That's a price antique you got there now.
Oh, it is. It's a gem. Yeah, but I'm gonna
You ever throw something? You ever throw stuff in a time capsule that you want to leave to the world? That would be something that people would be freaking out in a positive way about many 1,000 years from now.
Yeah.
I think like that about what am I leaving to the world in 1,000 years or more? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, look, if you had you know anybody else that might be a great guest on my show, you got my digits. I'm an open book. Have them call me, text me, we'll get them on.
Awesome. And I, of course, want to shout out you, Harrison, for giving me the interview. I appreciate it.
By the way, I'm hoping you come up there at some point. I'd maybe come down there if you want.
Atlanta's better. I think Atlanta's warm. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to be biased because I do.
We'll talk. We got plenty of time to talk about that. We have each other's phone numbers. We'll call. We'll keep in touch if that's okay with you.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right. So I have one last favor to ask. We're going to wrap the show up. You stick around, and my tech guy Jason will take a pic of us for Facebook, and I'll tag you in it.
Ooh.
You're welcome
Okay.
to tag me. All right.
Okay, of course, yeah.
All right, folks. See you in February at Area 58 for more great shows. And that's it. We're wrapping it up, snapping off, and rolling out.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Come on. Play. Pause. There we go.